Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday, the 3rd of September. My name's Phillip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Pierre.
Gary, I just wanted to sing you a little song. Spring is in the air, everywhere I look around. Spring is in the air and on the ground. How good is it to be with good weather? Don't you feel like breaking into song?
Well, I feel like, I tell you what's been breaking, that's been the wind, Phil. And you've got to be careful how you say that in terms of breaking wind, but hasn't it been windy?
Oh,
and I've got to tell you that I think I might have underpaid our tradies a little bit when they built our house, because it was actually shaking the other day in the wind.
100 kilometre an hour winds. Mind you, if you do build a house from rendered foam, Gary,
yes,
that's more than likely to happen, even in a gentle breeze.
Well, I got to say, I always feel sorry for our property managers, you know. And first, I worry about boards, but our board company does a good job, because I worry about boards just flying through the streets. Someone said to me, "I hope your boards are screwed down properly, because they'll be flying through the streets." I said at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't think too many people are going to get wiped out by flying boards, but I don't know of any boards that have been flying around. So well done to Printco who do our boards. And if one, by the way, did fly around, call them, not us.
Speaking of things that are flying around, I follow. I think it's Jackie Felgate, who's a radio announcer and a celebrity. Anyway. People have been sending in, you know, the round trampolines with the mesh around the side where
little
kids
jump.
So she's posted about 20 photos of trampolines that have been blown out of people's gardens across suburbs. It's like
really? That's the most mobile wind-blown thing,
is it?
It's
the trampoline.
There you go. And I always feel for our property managers, Phil, because, you know, they get calls when there's wind or rain, the water came in or the roof blew off or whatever. But anyway, you know, hopefully everybody's okay. Got through it.
Back, Gary,
yeah,
going back to
I diverted you.
Breaking into song. What was that fantastic Hollywood movie where they break into song all the time? A recent one.
I can't remember. LA Story?
LA Stories, yeah. I reckon we should do
a Melbourne Story.
We should do GPTV from now on, where every couple of paragraphs we just break into song.
GPTV the musical. That can be the new story here.
That's it. So if there's anybody on Broadway that's thinking like, what show? I mean, every show conceivable to man has been written about, right?
Yep.
And there is a Broadway show, but no one's done a Broadway show about real estate agents breaking into song.
No, they haven't. There was Glenn Ross. That was a bit of a brutal one, wasn't it? Because that was about, you know, real estate agents at their most brutal, Phil.
Yes.
But I don't think there'd be too much, you know, song around that. I got sacked. I got fired. I didn't do the figures. I'm not sure how it would work out. But you're right. I think real estate. Well, Rent. Rent is a story. That's a musical. And that's real estate related. I think.
Never saw that.
I never saw it either, Phil. But anyway, there
Gary,
you go.
Let's talk about what happened across the weekend, because our team yet again scored brilliantly across the weekend. The industry average was what, Gary?
Industry average was reported by one source of 67%, another source by 63%. Let's say real estate and domain, put it in the middle, 65%.
Yep. And what did we come in at?
It was 95, I think,
95%,
95%. Pretty damn good.
A clap and a shout out to our entire team.
And the towers.
Big thank you to our vendors. Thank you for entrusting us with the sale of your beautiful home.
And
big shout out to the buyers.
And some Boast music.
Yep, Boast music. Yep.
I love the Boast music.
Thank you.
Week
after week, Gary, we have been just achieving much better results than the industry. I really am genuinely, Gary, very proud of our team. They work so hard.
They do.
We've got a lot of things that we do here collectively as a group to ensure that this is always the way. But it felt a bit tougher across the weekend.
Yes, it did. Look, it's not osmosis, Philip. It's not just something in the water. It's about training and drilling our guys and giving the benefit of our experience and letting them take off with their youth and vigour, which, you know, Lord knows,
Gary,
we don't have as much as we used to, but still feeling pretty good, damn good. Did you see Gutty? We've got a mascot, a young man who's a mascot of our auction. I want to call out to him. Shout out to Gutty.
Shout out to Gutty.
Because he watches our GPTV. And when I get to auctions, because he watches the auctions, he knows them. And if we don't sell something on the weekend, he's worried about it, Phil. And his mother calls and says, "Look, what happened to that auction?"
Yeah.
Gutty's concerned. He's checked it online.
I cannot wait for him to join our business.
He's coming on.
So Gutty in the middle of an auction on Saturday.
Was he there?
Saturday, he was there. And I'm going through the spiel, and he just says, "Phillip, get it on the market."
He said the same to me.
I love it.
And he loves to say, "Is it on the market? Put it on the market." Gary's just going to be on the market. He came to an apartment and I said, "I'm going to do my best to get on the market." And last time I saw him, I thought he'd say that. And I said to him, "Gutty, ask me the question." And he said, "Okay." And I said, "Go." And he said, "Where's Phillip today?" And I said, that's not the question I wanted you to ask me. I said, you're supposed to ask me, is it going to be on the market? But
Shout out to Gutty, though. Our entire team loves Gutty.
Yeah, we do.
But let me tell you, this kid, for lack of better description, he's a kid, young man. He has got an encyclopedic knowledge of properties that we've sold.
So can reel them off.
You can almost, you say to him, oh, what did we get for 537 Inkerman Road 3 months ago? Bang, he can tell
right?
you.
I've got to test him. Well, he's incredible. Look, I want
Shout
to talk
out to
about...
you, Gutty. Thanks for coming to our auctions. You are always welcome.
I want to talk about something I'm just a bit worried about. And I just don't know whether you've got multiple whether you have, in fact, got multiple identities, because this doesn't quite look like you, but Phillip Kingston, a former high-flying entrepreneur, just sold your remaining assets. Now, what I'm most upset about is not that you've had to sell assets and that something wasn't quite right about
How
you.
little assets I had.
No, but, you know, it's a national golf club. You had a membership there and you didn't sell it to me, so I'm a bit disappointed about that. But there is a little bit of trouble with Phillip Kingston. So I've got to say, for those of you that... is that the same one that play football or not? Do you know?
There are three Phillip Kingstons in my life.
The real Phillip Kingston, please stand up.
There's a Phillip Kingston that played cricket and football for Ormond, and apparently he's superstar, super gun.
Yes.
And I did trade off a bit of his fame.
I know that. It's a
area.
good story. We'll talk about that in a second.
We've got some good stories.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Then there is another Phillip Kingston that is the subject of some difficult issues, some difficult financial issues.
Yes.
And this is reported widely. So all we're doing, Phillip Kingston, if you're watching this...
He looks a bit like you, I've got to say.
He does.
He has
Anyway, I get a call from my brother-in-law, David, who lives in Sydney. And David says, look, I'm coming down to Melbourne because I've got to have a meeting with Phillip Kingston.
Yeah.
And I said to him, look, David, you're my brother-in-law. I have no time to see you or any desire. That's not true. I love you dearly. But he says he's coming down. And I say, look, invite me to the lunch. And you can sit, David, between two Phillip Kingstons.
What, which Phillip Kingston met? The one that was in trouble? Or
the two Phillip Kingstons are trouble to my brother-in-law. Right? Okay. So
how can you go through life with two Phillip Kingstons?
So this is a couple of years ago. So he books a table at Il Bacaro in the city, little small tables.
I don't know this story.
There's Phillip Kingston, this bloke.
Yeah, really?
Who was flying high at the time.
Yep.
And then there was this bloke, Phillip Kingston, who was just a bloke from Caulfield. Anyway, David, my brother-in-law's worst nightmare, had to have lunch sitting between two Phillip Kingstons.
And when you shook the hand of the other, do you say, hi, Phillip Kingston? He said, Phillip Kingston. You go, no, I'm Phillip Kingston. He's Phillip Kingston. So did you actually meet the other Phillip Kingston?
It took us 10 minutes.
Did you meet the other Phillip Kingston?
Well, I had lunch with him.
That's unbelievable. You should have got the third Phillip Kingston. We could have three Phillip Kingston. And then David should have left and would have been all Phillip Kingstons. And when they came, they said, who's paying the bill?
Phillip Kingston.
I like that very much. That's a good story. You never told me that story. You've got a few up your sleeve, haven't you?
I'm a bit of a mystery man, Gary.
Well, the other Phillip Kingston, the sporty Phillip Kingston, not the in trouble Phillip Kingston or the real estate Phillip Kingston. Someone thought the sporty Phillip Kingston.
So I go into a listing presentation where I'm about
someone going to sell their home, interviewing agents.
I'm about to give them I've got all my best material.
The pitch is ready.
I've rehearsed for this pitch because
it's well prepared.
It's something that I want. Yeah. So I've got manila folders all on their kitchen bench.
Manila folders.
And I'm ready to go. I'm on.
He's got his manila folders.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've prepared. Yeah. And I'm about to launch into why they should use me. Yeah. And both of them just said, look, Phillip, we just loved watching you play cricket and football. You were so good for the Ormond Cricket Club. We're just going to come on board with you.
And you just said,
of course, sign here. Bottom copy's yours.
Did they ever realise it, do you think? Do you think some stage, was it ever revealed to you that, hang on, it was the other Phillip Kingston that I wanted?
Anyway, I did go on and sell that property for them successfully, and I did such a good job, they just assumed, of course, it was that Phillip Kingston.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're going to come after you thinking you're the other Phillip Kingston.
I would have confessed if they'd said to me, listen, there's a Phillip Kingston that played for the Ormond Football Club.
Was tenacious.
Are you that Phillip Kingston? I would have come clean.
Said yes.
But, they wanted to sign with Phillip Kingston, so I let them.
Any Phillip Kingston will do. do. Well, you know, I'm lucky because there is a Gary Peer who is who is a racing person.
Who would have thought?
He's a racing person in South Africa, and some people say, "Oh, Gary Peer loves the races." I go, "Yeah, how do you know?" You go, "No, the other one. He's a bookie." And anyway, I'm not sure if he's. And then there's Gary David, of course, who is famous Gary David, who I think was a serial killer. But anyway,
Gary
that's
David,
my middle
wasn't
name.
that Gary Glitter?
No, that Gary Glitter was he was doing naughty things to children.
Yeah.
But he was great in the 70s, and then maybe after that he was a bit naughty.
Okay, can we talk about real estate, Gary?
That's
Come on,
enough.
let's get into the show.
Enough with the Garys and the Phillips. Let's move on to the properties.
Tell us about some of the properties that we auctioned across the weekend,
if you
Gary.
insist.
Yep,
Look,
thank you.
one of our little boast moments, Phillip, and moments of joy was one at 533 Orong Road, Armidale, which
yes.
I had the great pleasure of auctioning for
Shout
some
out
delightful
to Daniel
people.
Peer and Mark Kirkham and the vendors, of course.
Well,
what a great job.
Phillip, I don't want to sound a little professionally nasty, but
you're going to.
But I'm going to. I don't want to be a little bit bitchy.
Yes, bitchy.
But I might be a little bit. But it was for sale for some time with another agent.
Yes.
Who was a good agent.
Yep.
They are a very good agent. In fact, I'm not going to say anything bad about the agent. It's just that we were just a little bit better because we had 3 bidders. I believe they were unable to get any bidder.
Well,
Certainly
you
not
don't
secure
know
a
that,
sale.
Gary, so stop being that
Okay,
bitchy.
I won't be that man. But anyway, well done. Sold for $1,727,000.
Under the hammer.
Under the hammer, Phillip, with 3 bidders. So under the hammer it went. And well done to all of those involved. Phillip, 75 Berindi Road is undisclosed, but I think you had a bit of fun doing that auction.
I did. 5 people bidding there, Gary.
Yeah.
We held the auction inside, had a little bit of fun there. Shout out to Jan Dosen, who handled that campaign, and her lovely vendors.
Yes.
But great to have competitive bidding because, quite frankly, Gary,
yes,
across the weekend,
yes,
there wasn't a lot of frenetic bidding. Just so happens that we had some.
There were some. I mean, look, I was looking at the sheet here. 3 bidders, 2 bidders, 4 bidders, 6 bidders, 3 bidders. So, but there were a few with 1. There's a couple with none. But there were some quite active options.
Viewers, here's a tip for you. We see these natural market rhythms, right? This is a natural market rhythm, Gary.
That one, yes,
right?
I'm seeing it. I'm following it.
Actually, this is the natural rhythm where it goes like this, but constantly goes up, right? But if you can get into the market in the down part of the rhythm, that's where the opportunity lies. Now, we're in a down part of an up market rhythm because there's no question when we get the next interest rate cut, the market overnight will jump. So if you're a buyer and you're sitting on the fence wondering what's going to happen next, I can tell you when the interest rate cuts come, and they will come, the market will take off. So you either buy now when other people are choosing to sit on the fence, or you wait for everybody to get off the fence and chase you at an auction. And this is psychology, Gary. It's fascinating. People always want what somebody else wants. But the money's to be made when nobody wants it. That's when you buy. And Warren Buffett famously said, I can't remember what he said exactly.
He said, when people get scared, I get excited, and when people get excited, I get scared.
That's what he said. When people are fearful, I'm a buyer. When people are greedy, I'm a seller. So I think that there is a little bit of negativity around at the moment, but we know, having done this for so long, Gary, that we know it'll take off, and it'll take off overnight. So we told you so. We told you so.
I just want to qualify and just say that you're a salesperson. You really don't know. You can't guarantee anything.
No one knows
You've only got an opinion.
Anything.
No one knows anything about anything. You've just come up with all these guarantees, and you know what's going to happen? Someone's going to buy a house, and they're going to buy it on the base of GPTV, and it might take 2 years to go up instead of 6 months. Maybe interest rates are cut, and then they're going to say, that bloody Phillip Kingston, and you can pick your Phillip Kingston, 3 of them, right? He told me.
Pick that other one.
he's in a bit of trouble. Exactly right, this one's out of trouble. No, we don't know, but I get it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the same way, but there's no guarantee.
Okay.
No, we don't know.
So just because our lawyers vet every one of these episodes.
No, they don't.
They should.
No, they need to.
They should. We are not here to give you financial advice, right? Everything that we say on this show is essentially truth, but with a bit of gilded nonsense attached to it. So if you make decisions based on this show alone, without doing any further research, you truly are an idiot.
Exactly right. There you go.
You deserve to be protected from us.
Exactly right. Fair enough. We'll leave it at that. That was a journey and a half. 1 at 16 Milton Street, Carnegie. Phillip, congratulations to the vendors there.
Mark Kirkham and Addy brought that one home.
Yeah, Mark brought it home with Addy. I got the pleasure of doing the auction. By the way, Ben Eisner, well done to Ben, who had a shot on Channel 7 on the news.
Let's get him up on.
Yeah, let's get a little bit of an image of Ben.
The spring selling season is officially here.
It's been a busy day. We've had some great auctions, some great attendances at our opens as well.
So good on you,
good
Ben.
job, Ben.
Good job.
Well
and
done.
He called me in a bit of a muck lather. You know that term? Muck lather? That's a racing term, you know, when a horse is very excited and gets into a muck lather, you know.
Yeah.
So he called me in a bit of a muck lather saying,
what do I do?
What do I do? The television wants me.
Am I clear to go?
What am I going to say? What am I going to do? And we said, do you know that person? Someone just waved at the window.
Waved.
Someone,
Good to see, mate.
I think they think you're the other Phillip Kingston.
Yeah.
They're waiting for some. They're
right.
waiting for
It's
a
got
payoff.
sign. When will you pay me?
Yeah, exactly. When will you pay me? Or he bought the membership from the golf membership that the other Phillip Kingston didn't sell me, and he's very happy.
You're dragging this show out, Gary.
Phil, anyway, Ben was great, and he did just make some comments on the market and very positive comments.
True.
And I think we're all feeling positive because spring
Gary,
is here.
Have we got many auctions this weekend?
Hang on, I forget. 23 Philbert Street. That went nuts, Phil.
6 bidders, Gary.
Six bidders went way beyond. You know, when sometimes the property just got it.
Shout out to Alan Joffe who handled this property. Well done.
And you just don't know sometimes, Phillip. But we opened it. We had a stampede. We put the price guide up. Still not enough. Some properties, they just got it, and they got it more than we think they're going to have it.
Well
anyway,
done.
Well
done to all involved.
Yeah, well done to the vendor and buyers alike.
What have we got coming up this weekend, Gary?
You're
How
moving
many
me right
auctions?
along. 42 Nearham Road was your auction. I was going to talk about it, but no, I'm not going to. You don't deserve it. Phil, let's move on to this weekend's auctions. We've got some beautiful listings coming up.
How many have we got, Gary?
Lots. Shall we review them?
Yeah, let's do so.
Phil, we have 31 auctions to answer your question in
Thank you.
range of many suburbs. On Saturday alone, I think we're over 11 or 12 different suburbs,
very busy.
ranging from Albert Park to Hawthorn to Elwood to Bentley. We are all over the place, Phil. We're literally all over the place today anyway, but shall we kick off and start?
Let's do it.
We've got, stay tuned for the end.
You stop dragging everything out?
But you're dragging it out by telling me I'm dragging it out. We've got some great properties to feature at the end, Phil. Let's start off in Hawthorn, Phil, because we love it in Hawthorn. We're a happy team at Hawthorn.
302 at 8 Queens Avenue, Hawthorn, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space. Shout out to Daniel Peer, Bernard Mell and Rodney Skolnick handling that property.
And Simon Rodolnik is the auctioneer, Phil, and they are right there in the finals, Hawthorn. Phil, 109 Inkerman Street is a great address. Jeremy Rosen's auctions.
Meeting Daniel Michmacher, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space. Great location and a fantastic terrace.
Phil, you are going to kick off our Saturday morning in a beautiful part of Melbourne. That's Albert Park in Hambleton Street.
Can't wait for that. Pretty as a picture of this. You've got to love a single-fronted Victorian, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space. Move straight into this property and enjoy Albert Park over summer.
You can have a little break at 11:30, Phil, but not all of us can because it is double auction action happening in Cockerib Street, Carnegie, one of those auctions.
Jeremy Rosens meets Daniel Michmacher yet again. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. That's a great apartment.
Second out of 3 auctions on Saturday in Dandenong Road, this time in Murrumbina.
Aviv Samuel and Izzy Anstey have been handling that property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 2 car spaces and an incredible courtyard garden.
In my younger day, Phil, I lived on the Esplanade and loved it, and this apartment is a ripper, Phil. It's got views of the bay, it's a beautiful, spacious apartment, and it is 25 at 1 the Esplanade. I'm going to be auctioning it.
It's a very sought-after building, very sought-after location. You've got the beach on your doorstep. This is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space. Lamore Herskovitz and Lisa Alberts have the duty there.
I'm looking forward to seeing them there, Phillip. In Truganini Road, Carnegie, Leo is doing his thing also at 12:30.
Dizzy Wang and Mark Wynn. No, you don't need to make any further jokes about Wynn and Wang. We've got 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a terrace and a car space. That is a really good apartment.
Phil, you're going to be meeting, Simon Rodolnik's going to be meeting Jan Dosen in Woodville Avenue, Glenhuntly for this fine offering.
Together with Leo Bath, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. That has got a lock-up garage and a courtyard garden. That is a fabulous home.
Phil, after you've been to Albert Park, had a little coffee and a short break, you're going to be at 12:30 at 32 Narrawong Road, Caulfield
Gary,
South.
this is a really good family home. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, a lock-up garage. It is as immaculate as anything. Love that property. Bernard Mell and Monique Robin have got the auction pleasure.
Phil, at 12:30, we're going to be also auctioning in Glenhuntly Road, Caulfield. Mark Kirkham meeting Jeremy Rosens to do the auction.
Beautiful apartment, this one. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space. Mark Kirkham and Addy are handling that property.
Phil, 1:30, we're going to be in Umarella Road. That's a great address in Caulfield South.
Aviv Samuel meets his brother Lior Samuel. This is great single-story villa, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a lock-up garage, courtyard garden. We love that.
And we love this property in Spray Street, Elwood. Phil, fronts up right against Glen Huntley Road, a terrific looking property. Leon Guzenfitter is the agent, you're the auctioneer at 2:30.
Builder's own property, this one, meeting Vanessa McGlynn there with Leon. This is 4 bedrooms, 2 incredible bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, and the most incredible rooftop multi-purpose room together with a courtyard at the top or a balcony terrace area. That is a stunning home.
Our third auction in Dandenong Road, our third auction for Simon Rodolnik is at 2:30. This time Dandenong Road, St Kilda East, Phil.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Gary, that's a really good property, very generous in proportions.
Triple auction action, Philip, at 10:30 a.m. A nice early start on Sunday. We're going to be in Oron Crescent with Jeremy Rosens.
Gary, beautiful property, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. That's being handled by Joel Sur and Liam Elbaum. That's a really nice home.
We love Moulton Avenue. It's a beautiful little street, Phil. Leo Samuel has the auction on us at 10:30.
Meeting his brother yet again. I tell you what, those brothers see a lot of each other. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. And Moulton Avenue is a very sought after, very special pocket.
If not sold prior, and it may well be, Philip, is 9B Tennyson Avenue, Caulfield North.
Gary, what a beautiful home. 5 bedrooms, 4 incredible bathrooms, basement car parking. That is town residence living at its best.
373 Glenora Road is scheduled to go to auction on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Not sure it's going to either, Phil, but at this stage it looks like it will.
563 square metres of land, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, a lock-up garage. That's a great opportunity. Handled by Daniel, Arlene and Romy.
499 Kooyong Road, Gardenvale. Great looking property. You have auction honours at 12:30.
I do. Darren Krongold, Benjamin Rothschild and Joel Sur come together for this property. It is magnificent. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking. That house has been done from the front fence to the back fence and everything in between. I love that home.
I'm not sure how often we've been auctioning in Kensington on a Sunday, Phil, but we're overdue to do one, and this time Leo Samuel's going to be the guy to do it.
Together with Dizzy and Izzy. So there we are.
Well.
Dizzy and Izzy hitting that property. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a car space and a beautiful balcony. That's a wonderful home.
We are going to be in Crimea Street, Philip, at 12:30. Jeremy Rosens is auctioning this property out. This has been very popular.
It has,
and it's going to
Gary,
go
and
well.
I'm not surprised. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a lock-up garage. That is a wonderful property. Courtyard gardens and a great location.
And you are back in Umarella Road, Phil. You are the Umarella fella. And you're back there on Sunday at 1:30.
Well, I might be the Umarella fella, but Sally and Lamore have auction honours there. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 3 cars, or as many as you can fit in there. That is a wonderful home, and we do love Umarella.
And who knows what premiums attached to living across the road from our office, Philip. But if you buy this apartment, you will be. That's 15327 Oran Road in East St
You
Kilda.
wouldn't need a car there, even though you do have a car space. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space. Very generous living room, and that is the most fantastic location.
We've got a busy 2:30 auction schedule slot, Philip, and you're going to be in one of the finest offerings, if not the finest offering of the weekend, and that is 3 Cantala Avenue, Caulfield North in the Cantala Estate.
Gary, I love this home. This is 743 square metres of land on the west side with the most stately Georgian-esque home. It's a solid home. It's in beautiful order throughout. It has the most magnificent back garden together with an indoor swimming pool. That's a home you can move straight into and just love that kind of 60s and 70s feeling, but you could also add to that property as the years go by. But the Cantala Estate and that home are magnificent.
I'd like to join you there, Phil, but I can't because I've got another auction on at the same time. That's 19 at 124 Alexander Street. I'm meeting Daniel Peer and Romy there.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space. That's a good property.
At the same time, Philip, we have an auction in Hotham Street. This time Ben Eisner meets with Jeremy Rosens to auction
And
this
John
apartment.
Sweepo, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, a great, beautiful single level villa, and it's at the back of the block, so you don't get any of the noise from Hotham Street, but you get all of the location attributes.
At 3:30, Philip, hopefully in the greatest Carlton supporters will be over the hangover of enjoying the win of Carlton on Saturday night, and they'll make it to 85 Lumia Road at 3:30 p.m.
Gary, an extraordinary
Offering,
estate,
yeah.
this property. This is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It has a north-south tennis court. It has a cabana. It has a swimming pool. It's on a massive parcel of land. Gary, this is the Big Mac of Caulfield real estate. We love it and proudly sits on Lamia Road on the corner of Balaclava Road. That is extraordinary. It's epic.
Estate style living, Phillip, that's for sure. 26A Grey Street is going to be auctioned around the same time. In fact, the same time at 3:30 this time, Leo Samuel's the auctioneer for this
Gary,
great property.
what a beautiful property. 4 bedrooms and a study, 3.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. I mean, this property is magnificent.
And whether it's raining or sunny or windy, we're going to be at the beach, Phil, at 4:30. That, of course, is at Beach Street, 2 Beach Street, Corford South.
What a town! What a beautiful home. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a lock-up garage. Second car space. That's a home with everything, Gary. We're going to be meeting Nikki and Jessica there, and that is a beautiful home.
Now, Phil, we've got a few homes to review before we go. One of those homes is what I think is one of the prettiest homes and one of the nicest offerings this year. That happens to be in Cromwell Street, Phil, in Corford North.
I love this property. You've got Baker Blue in Hawthorne Road. Just walk down Cromwell.
Yep.
You could walk up to the Caulfield Park.
Yes.
You've got 2 trams on your doorstep. But retreating home,
Yep.
this is the home with everything, including the most magnificent back garden. You're getting everything. You're getting all of the bedrooms, the bathrooms. Daniel Fisher, Joel Sir, and Liam Elbaum have the honours of taking that property to the market.
And got to say, Phil, loved the video. Check out the video of that one. It's a good one. 377 Glenira Road, Phil, is another home that I'm quite excited about. It's quite just across from the town hall. It's in a great location on Glenira Road. Affordable, livable, rentable, renovatable, Phil. This is a home that's got it all.
Daniel Peer, Arlene Joffe, Romy Skolnick and Bernard Mell come together to sell that home. That is a beautiful home with lots of potential and a fabulous parcel of land.
Or Bernie Mell, if you want to see through it. I know he's excited about it, as are the whole team involved, Phillip. And we are going to finish off with this terrific offering, once in a lifetime, Phil, and it's been occupied by a lifetime by the former or the current owners. 47 Lumia Road in Corford
Gary,
North.
this is on the west side of Lamia Road. It is a standout opportunity to buy yourself 1,059 square metres with a lovely, livable, lettable home. You can take your time working out what you're going to do there. But the one thing that you can't do is miss this opportunity, because properties of this nature in Lamia Road are becoming really just
Once in a lifetime, yeah.
we're almost at the end.
Almost extinct,
so
isn't it?
what a great opportunity.
That's-
What a great property. Arlene Joffe's got the honours of bringing that into the business. So well done. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, just say it's a great West Side story, that one, Phil, isn't it? A West Side
Gary,
story.
what a lovely way to
yeah,
wrap up
that's a good wrap, isn't it?
GPTV.
Yep.
You're just the master of just
what
bringing
can I
it
say?
together at the end.
I didn't know if you noticed after all these years, but thank goodness you still do. That is a big wrap on this week's edition, this spring edition of GPTV. We'll look forward to bringing you all the news and see you again next week. I'm Gary P.
I'm Phillip Kingston. Enjoy spring. We love it.